Third server is the charm, right? Twitch must be having issues. Like I said, all of my other things that are connected to the internet seem to be working just fine. I just jumped to the Dallas Twitch server. We started on the Chicago server this morning, so we'll see how that ends up for us. Yeah, I know. I switched Twitch servers. That's pretty good. So let's plus this. Target this idiot. Let's play Reflector Mage. Bounces Jace. Bounce this guy. I live in Central Illinois. The last name is pronounced Hoagland with a long O. The problem is Reflector Mage isn't a control card. It's a tempo aggressive card. You gonna try and dig into a removal spell here? All of the vigilances belong to us. What are you doing? You riding your bike? I'm assuming this is a dig. Activate Soulfire Grandmaster Cut. That would be gross. Yep, that's exactly what this is. That's pretty good. I mean, is Bant Collected Company even a thing in Modern? I haven't seen that put up any results. So his hand is Jace Cut X. My problem with this style of deck that I'm playing right now is that it doesn't have a lot of play to it in the terms of like the maneuverability that you have. It's mostly just a question deck as opposed to an answer deck. Generally, I like playing decks that have a little bit more finesse to them than this deck does. Waiting for my opponent. Lots of things that are fun or bad, you know. All right, we drew a land. I think we're gonna play this. I'm going to crack this, thin the deck a little bit. There's at least a plains this can get. It's the last one it can get. Alright, so we're going to cast CoCo. CoCo. We're going to tap our mana, so it allows us to cast this Jeskai Charm afterwards. John Starr with the follow. I appreciate that. Follows and subs are the two best ways you can support the stream. If you like constructed card games, we play Constructed Magic and Constructed Hex here. So this is red, blue, white, yeah. We play Constructed Magic and Constructed Hex here. Normally we play a lot of Modern, but we're taking a Modern hiatus until April when they clean that messy format up. Does he have a main deck negate? Dig. Dig for main deck negate? How did I learn about Magic? I started playing Magic when I was 11 years old. It's almost 15 years ago now. My cousin had a set of starter decks, and we read a rule book and taught ourselves how to play. It was a good time. Reflector Mage, Sylvan Advocate, sure. Put these on the bottom. Serious 150 with the follow. And if I don't get your name when you follow, I just know that I do appreciate it. It can be hard to multitask on everything and catch every name that pops up as well, so I try and comment on it when I see Pikachu running, but awesome, Kate Smith. I've really enjoyed Hex, and that's the reason I've been like Hex doesn't get nearly as many viewers as Magic, so I haven't been streaming it quite as often, but I've really enjoyed playing the game. It has a lot of depth to it. So is he just gonna murder his cut like utter end the Jace? That's pretty good. My cousin plays off and on. So his hand is Jace, Soulfire Grandmaster, Murderous Cut, and then one card we don't know. He can't play the Grandmaster this turn because it got bounced. So end step, we're gonna dome him with a Jeskai Charm, untap, activate Fomerall, and Ram Jam Slam. Ram Jam Slam. Hex is a digital CCG that is similar to Magic, but it's a little bit less expensive to get into. The constructed portion has a free-to-play PvE where you play against AI. So there's the Murderous Cut that we know about. So he has Jace, Soulfire Grandmaster, and X. I was going to say X has to be really good. Actually, he's still dead, right? We can just go creatures you control, get 1/1 and lifelink. Man, how good is this? Counter your Radiant Flames, nerd. Oh, baby. I ended up just paying cash for my deck because I didn't want to wait. The decks are a lot less expensive on Hex, though. Hex is an actual CCG. It's a collectible card game. Unlike Hex, you can buy, sell, and trade cards on Hex, so they're not just like all locked into your account like they are on Hearthstone, and it's not grinding all this crap into fairy dust and all this other stuff to like try and build a competitive deck. You can actually just build a competitive deck and start playing the actual game. I missed some points of damage here, didn't I? I probably should have just yeah, this was bad. I thought he was at a lower life total than he was. I was reading chat. That's bad. I should have just shipped with. Yeah, it was an awful play. It was a completely awful play. I should have activated Fomerall and shoved. And now he's gonna gain infinite life with this, and then we're just gonna yep. I'm just gonna concede. Went from couldn't lose to clicking the wrong button. Alright. With that, Jamoka's command counters Radiant Flames, Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage is probably actually better than Bounding Crisis. Do we really want to even sideboard in this matchup? Like, Yasova doesn't seem great. Jace seems okay. But I mean, you can never get that money back out of Hearthstone outside of selling your entire account. Like in Magic and MTGO and Hex, like collectible card games, you can buy, sell, and trade things, which is nice. And Hearthstone gameplay is shallow and uninteresting, in my opinion. So you're welcome to disagree with that opinion, but I am of the opinion that Hearthstone gameplay is largely uninteresting. Maybe we want some dispels. Roast doesn't seem insane. 25 creatures is probably like the bottom end of what we're allowed to play. So maybe we'll do this. Let's try this. You disagree with the scoop. That we were never coming. He was gaining 15 life, and we had no cards to a Jace. Like, that's fine. We like playing from behind. We'll get back in there. So if we would have just animated the Fumarole and switched the power and toughness, he'd have been forced to chump with the Jace, and then we would have had all this power, and he couldn't flash back the Radiant Flames, and he would have just died next turn. So, mistakes were made. This is probably getting green-white, or blue-white, one of the two. I can only get green-white, can't get blue-white, just say Wooded Foothills. There is a difference between the game not being over that turn and the game being over, 9 turns from then. When you're playing tournament Magic and you have a shared clock, there's less incentive to concede in a spot like that on Magic Online. But when you're playing paper Magic, you should definitely concede in that spot if time's at all a factor. I'll sign whatever you want. Gourds, Rustos, Kikis. Do I want to counter this with a Dromoka's Command or try and stick Collected Company? I think I want to just counter this with Dromoka's Command because he almost certainly has a counterspell here. And this puts it out of Radiant Flames range later. So let's play this and slam for 7. So I could have gotten Jace out last turn. All right. He's pretty unlikely to have a hard sweeper, so I'm gonna play Jace out here, and even if he pays mana for a big sweeper this next turn, we can just follow up with Collected Company. Awesome. It's a long time then. We've been sharing the deck for a while. How's it going, Crimson? Welcome. Good afternoon. Man, I really shouldn't have thrown away that first game. This matchup seems pretty reasonable for the Collected Company deck. Crimson with the 2-month resub. I really appreciate it. That gets us another sub towards our 100 sub goal to get a 12-hour stream going. Yeah, man, you got Radiant Flames. Does he have another burn spell to follow it up is the question. Does not look like it. Wait, you're another Collected Company? Alright, I'm just going to ship with the Bounding Crisis then. I was going to say I might try and push lethal here with the Fumarole, but maybe I'm supposed to push lethal with the Fumarole there. That being said, he now has to answer this and answer the Collected Company and answer the Fumarole next turn. So yeah, then we'll get pretty quickly to a game 3. Sure, you have Soulfire Grandmaster. If he has a roast here, that would be pretty baller. Crackling Doom. Alright, well, we're going to do this in response in case we hit a Reflector Mage. We can bounce this and take him off lifelink. Huh. So we'll lose the Bounding Crisis here. He goes to 4. Is he just dead? Oh, yeah, definitely just dead now. Dead.